this is me and my father. It's Rob's Rules here. Ready for another live stream? Hi.
Adorable. She's going to take over your channel.
Enjoyed the stream.
Oh my God.
You've been training her.
Oh my God. Hold on.
I hope everyone.
I think everybody heard that. You all heard that, right?
We all heard that. It was awesome. You are a better
awesome.
YouTuber than Daddy.
She said you're a better YouTuber than Daddy.
Hello, everyone in the chat.
Thank you when I haven't even created a YouTube channel.
Oh,
I know.
get out of here.
You're taking over Daddy's channel.
Yes, she is. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's Rob's Rules. I'm here. You're there. Shh, get out of here. And with me is Tiffany Daniels. Just Call Me Hen, Phantasmagorical, TJ, a work in progress, and the man who is silent, which is unbelievable, General Zod. He's not normally silent, but he's silent right now.
That's because I'm walking through a foot of snow, Rob.
So have you this snowpocalypse, Mr. Zod? Because we got hit pretty heavy for a solid 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, this is day one, and it sucks because I got to go get some tobacco. So we're just trying to do here.
Zod, be careful because you don't want to, hurt yourself like I did. Don't be, be very careful. All right.
Oh, it's okay. Kryptonian. Good to go.
Name the TV program. Let's be careful out there, folks.
All right.
Yeah, please be careful. Just to tell you guys, a couple of filings happened before we get into the stream and hear what Amber Heard has to say as we continue her witness statement. For those who haven't seen or don't know or haven't watched my video, Amber Heard filed a filing where she wanted to find out about Johnny's drugs that he was prescribed from Dr. Kipper, wanted to know his psychiatric evaluations, wanted to know his psychological, because she's plain and simple. She's going to try to use this as a defense to say Johnny was on so many drugs and he was so high and the doctor's drugs and his own drugs. So this is what created this monster. That's going to be her defense. She decided to file that. Go ahead, Tiff.
It's a bunch of garbage, first of all. And second of all, what in God's name makes her think she has grounds to be able to have the judge overrule HIPAA?
She doesn't.
I don't know.
She doesn't.
Seriously, there's reasons why HIPAA exists, and there are situations where it can be overruled, where that can be put in a court of law. But by and large, you better have some evidence to back that up before they're going to allow someone to be able to break HIPAA law. Those protections are there for a reason. God,
but she's already put it out into the open by writing it in the document.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention,
Tal was saying, and I don't know if the panel agrees with this, he says, so ridiculous as mental health is his private matter. It's called a safe place for a reason. I don't know what the panel thinks of that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm actually more interested in what Johnny's filed. The most recent, this is exciting.
Yeah, so
it's there to protect exactly that. It's there to protect mental health and medical health private information, so that cannot be used against you down the line. It's used mostly as a protection for vulnerable disabled people, because who knows what the wrong person, like AH, could do with that information. That's why true. HIPAA is there. That's why it exists. You take any state job that's involved working with disabled or mental health issues, or you even so much as work at a hospital like my mom, like HIPAA gets drilled into you from day one, and it's a very serious matter. And this girl, I know we're like 5 minutes in, so I'll try to bleep myself here, but the audacity of this beach. She can. That I'm just so cute that I can just run all over federal law and nobody's gonna say anything. They're just gonna give me what I want because I'm so cute. No, honey, that's not how federal law works.
Well, I think the worst bit is it's all about. It's not even about when they were together. The information she wants is from the trial, around the trial case. It's now. She wants the information now from what's happened now. Well, his mental state is now. Well, come on, his mental state ain't good because he's going through a court case with a complete and utter psychopath. You know.
But it's still certainly better than hers. I mean, he, in spite of running this court case, managed to break the internet. And no, not just
that was awesome.
He broke the internet. I was on the phones. Our phone server went down. Our Slack channel that we used to chat to each other since we're working from home went down. I'm pretty sure the neighbors about 3 miles away heard me screaming like, damn, love you to death, Johnny, but damn it, stop breaking the internet.
Well, I mean, I didn't know all about that, but I do know I tried to go on because I had a stream that evening, and I tried to go on to Discord to advertise my stream, and I couldn't get into Discord. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then I found out, and I'm like, oh, okay, great, thank you, thanks. Couldn't get into Discord at all. Actually, I wanted to send a link to Roma because he wasn't using Twitter at the time. He'd come off Twitter, so the only way I could send him a link to come on my stream was through Discord, and I couldn't get a link to him because Discord was down, completely down. But hey ho, it's Johnny. What it is. Yay, Johnny.
Yeah, sure.
I would love to see this backfire on her. So say it is allowed, and say it shows that he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder because of what she did to him. That can bite her in the ass.
It could.
Yeah, because he did lose part of an appendage.
Right. Sean has asked a question, and the answer is we don't know.
Well, here's the thing, because I know a lot of people talking about it in the chat. They kind of jumped ahead on me. The other thing that was filed was Johnny Depp has filed for a summary judgment. And I did a video explaining what a summary judgment is. I went very into detail. I asked all the questions that I thought you guys could ask, and I tried to answer them before you asked them. Basically, summary judgment, he's saying, look, you've got all the facts. There's no need to go any further. I'm pretty sure that my case is overwhelming, and you're going to see it that way. Therefore, we don't need a trial. Her evidence is moot. It's really not any evidence there. My evidence is all there. So he's trying to get a judgment without going to trial, which I think was a huge, huge move on his part. But let's hear from the panel. Go ahead.
But it could be, and this is what's going around Twitter with Law and all that lot, that it could be it's just trying to get her side thrown out, her counterclaim,
yeah.
You know, because she has no merit to the counterclaim. It could be just that part of the case that he wants basically dealt with now straight away. We don't know. That's the thing. No one knows actually what he is trying to get a what's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word now.
What's it called, Rob?
What's a summary judgment?
Summary judgment.
No one knows what it is. He wants a summary judgment on whether it's the whole case or just her counterclaim, or just because it could be just part of the case, couldn't it?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: the judge is going to make that ruling. They're going to submit all the evidence, the photos, this, that. That's his job. So if he's the plaintiff, if he's doing it for his case, then he's asking for summary judgment. He has to provide everything in this summary judgment motion.
Yeah.
If he's asking about her and he's trying to dismiss her case, then he has to show everything to dismiss her case. So it depends if the motion is for the whole thing, if it's just for his part, if it's just for her part. But listen, in my opinion, it's overwhelming, the information he has. I think my eyes, everything I've reviewed, I don't think there's much of a question. She doesn't have much of a defense besides hearsay. And what she doesn't get, and most people don't get, is I want you to remember this. The case in the UK was the Sun. It wasn't Amber Heard. It wasn't against her. It was against the newspaper saying, how could you defame me?
Yeah.
And okay, now he said, all right, the newspaper didn't defame you. Well, if they didn't, then it was her. But somebody's got to be held responsible because I lost jobs because of this. I lost roles because of this. And he has. I mean, anywhere you go, I could bring up an article. He lost Fantastic Beasts. He lost the role in Disney. How many people have hired this? Johnny Depp is an A-list actor. Come on,
the opposite is happening to her. She's gaining roles because of it.
And
how can she counterclaim a loss of earnings of 100 million when she's actually earning?
Has he lost that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Or how many did he get? I mean, not hired, not even considered that we don't know about.
You got to think about the Netflix thing. The
how about the Addams Family?
Why the Addams Family? Yeah, exactly.
And how about Sherlock Holmes 3? Robert Downey Jr. was pushing to get him in. He's like, hey, listen, this is my buddy here. I want him in. I want him in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, what happened after? We didn't hear anything after that.
No.
Like, so what happened? So and the last thing I heard, the Addams.
Two people wanted him in the movie.
Is that a cartoon? Is that animated Addams Family, or was that no?
No, it's not animated, but it's based on Wednesday Addams, isn't it? Mainly about her schooling and stuff.
Yes.
So it would only been a small part anyway. He wouldn't have been in it all the time. But the fact is that the director of that wanted him in it.
I think
what happened.
Is my 2 penny worth on what he's done. I think he's being a genuinely nice person, and he knows she can't pay.
Yeah.
So he's stopping it.
By the way, I have to say I'm 12 minutes in, and we've heard from Zod one time without a rant. I think this is incredible. This is like, I think I need to get the Guinness Book of World Records here. I cannot believe this is happening.
The man's in the snow, and I can talk to you. Like, my boots were like almost covered up to my ankles the other day. It's kind of vicious out there.
I mean, he could, if we go by your theory from the other day, TJ, he could not be getting these roles on purpose.
Yep.
Oh,
so TJ had a very interesting theory. Do you want to tell your theory, TJ?
I'd love to hear it, TJ.
That Warner Brothers and Disney are doing him a favor. They are not. They're not doing it because they're nasty. They're doing it because they're doing him a favor. So they're on his side by not hiring him and keeping her on. They're actually doing him a favor. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Right, but she isn't. Disney doesn't hire her for anything. It's only the WB that has her.
Yeah, well,
but Fantastic Beasts was WB.
Yeah.
But they're doing him a favor because he's one of their highest earners. They've gone right behind the scenes. We'll have a chat. We won't hire you for anything because we're going to do you a favor, lad. All right, pat on the back, right? But they're hiring her so that she can't argue the fact that she's lost any money.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about none of that. That's a very good point.
Because why is the WB being so antagonistic? If they were kind of nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more type of situation. Why has the WB and the people who have worked for them, whenever we've said anything, not just been mum? They've been antagonistic. They have attacked.
So I think it's more complex like that. I like to highlight something that I'm actually talking about today on my show. I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to remember how to breathe again because it's so cold outside. My God. And I wanted to comment, but I was like, oh God, I'm out of breath. So here's my personal take on it. One, I think TJ might be onto something, but a little bit in reverse. I think that the studios, and when you look at how WB stated it, because I've still never painted them the bad guys. Okay, but we got to think about the world that we're in. what's easier to do right now? Let go of a white male or fire a female? And let's all be honest with ourselves, because of the ABC shit that's going on with Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Yes.
Why didn't they fire her? Well, what's the issues you got? She's a black female on a white panel. What are the optics of that, right? So let's apply this to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, especially what they're in, right? If you have a person who's claiming to be wronged by a male, then a company with males in charge firing the female, that's bad optics. Because if we're being real, she does have those crazy people we've all bumped into her, those Amber stands, they're a thing, right? So you can't feed into that. So I think, and this is my own personal opinion, I think WB said this. We've already made colossal mistakes as it is, right? Let her hang herself. Because from how I hear it, they don't like working with her. Apparently, James Wan, he's not allowed to speak on it, but according to some people in the DC community, they say he does not like working with her. She's caused a lot of disturbances on the set for this movie. Some have been made public, some have not been. So with that being said, I think they're giving her the rope to hang herself. So when she gets fired, they can come out and say, see, she was an abuser, she did this, blah, 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 and we're letting her go. And I'm even willing to put money on. I'm willing to bet if this trial goes in her favor and she does get fired, they would hire Johnny Depp back.
But would he go back? That's the question.
I mean,
would he go back?
I tell him this. That's just me.
as he said before, Disney can keep their llamas.
Oh, I know. Probably
Alpacas, sorry.
Two middle fingers up in the air and say something along like deuces, bitches, bye.
As I said, it's a behind-the-scenes deal, and it's a we'll do this for you, pat on the back. So we don't know because he's not talking about absolutely anything at all. He doesn't even tell us what socks he wears on a Tuesday. He is keeping quiet. So we don't know what's going on. And that was my theory, that they've made a deal behind the scenes. You keep her on, fire me, and they've gone, yeah, okay, we'll do that for you, lads, seeing as you've earned us 600 billion pounds.
Here's my theory on your
make
theory,
that deal because it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't think that they did that with him because you've seen what's come out and supposedly buried information with the ACLU and stuff. Everything always out, and I just don't think that's just my theory on your theory. I don't think that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Everybody's got a theory.
Yeah. I don't know if they necessarily did a behind the scenes deal, but I do think you might be right that they're not employing him because it helps him win his case. He's lost earnings, she hasn't.
Yeah.
You know, by keeping her on, she's not got a case against him, whereas by sacking him, he's got a case against her.
Yep.
You know? Whether it's anything done, they may not have even discussed it with him, but they might be doing that. And it's a very good, interesting theory. It's an interesting theory.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, though, with this case, this thing he's put forward, maybe she didn't turn up for her deposition. And if she ain't turned up for her deposition, she's got no case. Because she's got to tell the story. That's the only evidence she's got is her story. Without the deposition, there's no case.
You know, Sean B., I'm not sure what studio's making Sherlock Holmes. I just know that Robert Downey Jr. a while ago.
It is Warner.
Is it? Crap. That sucks. Hen has soddish moments?
Yes, apparently I have soddish moments.
Well, all the best villains do. Thank you.
Oh, I've always said I'm an evil cow, but no one believes me.
I I'm just going to say this. I think that Johnny's move is a great move. I think that was unexpected move. I wasn't expecting it. I thought they were just going to go to trial. I think it's brilliant. Somebody has said in my comment section it was ballsy. I agreed. Absolutely. I mean, listen, to me, the evidence is overwhelming. You got to go for it. Give it a shot. If it's denied, so what? You go to trial. But if you win, you win. It's a no-lose situation.
My theory behind this, if I may, because when I heard this, I had an interesting theory too. Everybody think about court costs. Rob, you could tell us this firsthand from working in that system. The court costs are astronomical. And even if you win, you're still paying back the fees, right? With the winnings, they're taking a percentage if you win. So what's the easiest play to do, right? For either side, you file a motion and you try to go for the throat early. I don't know if Johnny will have enough to make enough of a felon's case, considering how this judge has been, to completely dismiss it. But I do think that this is a smart way to maybe dismiss certain aspects. And what I mean by that is the biggest thing, and hey guys, and this is going to go to my famous. This bitch is completely out of her fucking mind. The fact that you have the balls to sit there and ask for a psyche valve from somebody else? Are you kidding me? If I was Johnny, not only would I take that psyche valve, but then I would go, Your Honor, what's fair is fair. Let's give this crazy bitch over here a psyche valve, and I'll do a fucking coke challenge and see which one of us is stable. Okay? If you want to dig into the man's past, because this psyche valve is not about the future. She wants stuff from the past to see a pattern of insanity, right? Of proving he's crazy, and then a current psyche valve, which I understand that could go to his benefit because of her trauma, but I see what she's doing. You can go into the past and say he's had this erratic behavior, right? Because of his issues with drugs. That's a smart play. But bitch, your shit is current. Are you kidding me? If I was him, I'd go, you know what? I will take that psyche valve if this wacky bitch over here is in the fucking chair next to me. Because no psychologist in their right mind is going to take a look at this narcissistic bitch and not be able to pick out her bullshit from across the room. If people on the channel, like all of us, can watch this crazy bitch and suss out exactly what she is, the fucking
God, go outside and take a breath, man.
I'm just gonna say, hello Zod, long time no see. My rants aren't that bad, are they?
No. Not yet. You're almost at level though.
And it's not just her that are disturbing. Her fans. Her fans are special.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Eve's recent posts?
Oh,
I got a couple of them.
Oh, you mean you should pay me to be an activist? Am I speaking of being an activist for 14 plus years? That's not how any of this shit works. If I actually got paid to do the shit that I do, I would have been a millionaire.
Oh,
you know who's behind that?
Really?
Amber's behind that because she wants to get paid to speak on victims' rights.
It's garbage. It's complete garbage. You either stand for something or you fucking don't. You don't deserve a paycheck just because
she can't get employed.
Be a decent human being.
No one wants to employ her because she is toxic.
I mean, I've done this for years. I've been an advocate. I've helped write grants. I've helped change laws in my state. I helped form the diagnosis criteria that became statewide and then nationwide. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I didn't get paid for any of it. Any of it. I had my state job for like 3 years. None of the stuff that I did extra to help form laws did I actually ever see a dime for, nor did I ask for one. It's about being a part of something that is bigger than yourself. It's about doing the right thing, caring about others, sacrifice. It's about love and respect and fighting for others. And then you want to come in there and complain because nobody's paying you?
No, well, hang on. Amber sacrificed her dignity by shitting in the bed.
I wasn't cutting you off. I was just trying to be funny. If you had more to say it. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's just these people piss me off because I've been doing this sort of thing for years, and I'm fighting one of the most evilest, most corrupt, most inhumane, and cruel bastards on this planet. That's called the JRC. The deeper I go down the rabbit hole, the more corrupt and more inhumane that it gets. And people like Eve Barlow and Miss Amby piss me off and disgust me on a level that I can't even vocalize. How dare they? How dare they demand that they benefit off of the pain and suffering of others and dare call themselves activists? When there are people out there not making a dime who are living paycheck to paycheck, who fight and spend their extra time to fight for things, not because we're getting paid, but because it matters and somebody should care. Sorry.
No, I agree with
Go ahead,
Tiffany. I was going to say I agree with Tiffany. Last time I fucking checked, and this is the thing that pisses me off. Okay, the thing that pisses me off about this whole thing is the fact that these two dizzy bitches have the balls, the disrespect to sit here and want to be paid for their services. As long as I've known people, even fucking celebrities who have talked on this, have never asked for a fee. I go to Rihanna because she's the one that I remember the most because it was a big thing when I was growing up. I remember her. Talking for free to people who had been abused and who had gone through the same thing that she had gone through. She had donated tons of money to shelters and shit like that. Didn't ask for a dime. So it screams to me that you're in a bit of a pickle. And everybody go look on Amber Heard's IMDb. You could see Hollywood is wary. This shit, look, keeping her on Aquaman, I'm going to say this now. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but I'll give my reasons. Keeping her on Aquaman was the best thing that the studio ever did, and I'll tell you why. Because she has proven how much of a fuck-up, drunk piece of shit that she is. She's injured Jason Momoa on the set. She's not in shape. There's tons of fucking reports out there about what she's pulling on that set. I think it was the best move because if you have to fire someone, you need proof. And the studio is building proof against what she is. And if I was Johnny, I would ask the studio because I'm pretty sure they're playing the angles. I'd be like, let's pull up Amber Heard's work history. Let's bring that in court and see which one of us is fucking unprofessional and a total just bitch. Oh God, I hate this bitch. She puts me in a really bad mood.
Really? I honestly would never have guessed.
I need to look at Cage. I'm so angry. I need to stare at Cage and calm myself down. Like,
no, I feel you. I'm all like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should go outside in the snow real quick. I don't know.
So, I do my channel for nothing. We all do our channels for nothing. Well, some of you are earning, but it's because we enjoy the feedback and also just getting to know people and having a good laugh. That's Fanta, not me.
I saw the comment. I saw this comment, so I just wanted to put her up.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
So, but I also have done tons of stuff over the years for my community. I don't expect to get paid for it because that's what you do. You do it for the love of doing it, not for financial gain. You know, you do it because it makes you feel good. And I know that sounds, that's what I get from it, is feeling good. I'm doing something good. I feel good.
I do.
That's all the payment you need.
I do it to educate and expose. Educate and expose the multiple levels of corruption on all these cases, to educate about the cases, to educate about disability matters that nobody knows about because nobody ever reports on it.
But you get some satisfaction in proving what you're saying.
Exactly.
And that is all the reward you need, is that satisfaction that I am doing this. I am doing this. That's all I need is a reward, is I am doing this. I'm getting this message out. That's all the reward you need. You don't need money. I mean, it'd be nice, not getting me wrong, but you don't need it.
God,
if you're passionate about something, your passion is what gets you through, what makes you do it every day.
Yes.
You know?
I agree. I'm
not going to lie. I would like to make a living off of doing this, but not just for the reasons of being a corporate douchebag, because we got enough of those in the world.
Yeah.
I would eventually I would like to use my channel to maybe help out some charities and things like that. But I mean, look, here's the sad reality. We all need to make money. Maybe there is monetary value, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing getting paid for doing something and doing something to help people at the same time. And this is the disconnect between those assholes and what all of us do on this panel. If all of us got rich, I had no doubt that everyone on this panel would do something to help somebody out. But here's the difference, and why we're so angry, is that Amber Heard, and I'd even lump up the rest of those, douchebags over at Hollywood, they would step over their own mother to get rich. Mm-hmm. And I think it's intent, and not necessarily making money isn't a bad thing. It's what do you intend to do with your message, right? Because that's the whole world today is message. What are you trying to put out into the world? I mean, me and Rob got a family, right? I don't know how many other people here on the panel have families. They have kids, things like that, right? What do
nieces
we want
and nephews? I got nieces and nephews.
Exactly, right? What kind of message do you want? And I think you set a great example for your nieces and nephews. You are showing them what this world should be, while Hollywood is sitting over here showing us the scary and the dingy, dirty part and what the world shouldn't be. And I think that's what's important. And I think a lot more YouTubers need to get on that bandwagon.
I mean, what I will say on Bartlow, whatever you want to call her. If I was,
how about this one? Heave Barflow. How about that?
If I was a Jewish person, I'm not, but if I was a Jewish person, I would be ashamed to be associated with her. I really would, because what she puts out there is pure trash. You know, I mean, sorry, but
yeah, my stepmom,
we don't attack her because she's Jewish. We attack her because she's a piece of trash.
Right? Oh my God! Thank you so much for saying. Thank you so much for saying that. Seriously, man, that was perfectly said.
We don't attack her. We call her out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my stepmom's Jewish. Yeah. She calls herself literally the original angry New York Jew. That's literally how she refers to herself. It's kind of hilarious. And she looks at these people like Eve Barlow, and to her, they're a joke. To sit there and blame every time someone says something against you or says something that disagrees with you, and then to fall on the card of they hate me because I'm Jewish. I believe the term was a complete lack of backbone.
It's what we call a chip on the shoulder. She's got a chip on her shoulder. If you every time someone says something that is against you, it means it's it's the chip on the shoulder. They will always call it out as racist or whatever. You get it a lot.
Yeah, we use
that
same.
Yeah, chip on the shoulder. Yeah.
I mean, I'm Irish and Puerto Rican. On my Puerto Rican side, my family had people hunted them down from the gangs over there and killed a good amount of some of my family members. My uncle had to flee Puerto Rico, and on my Irish side, we were fucking kicked out of the country. And I hate this fucking argument that your ancestors' hardships are yours. Shut the fuck up. People have been riding this fucking wave ridiculously. Oh, I'm African American. My people were oppressed. No, your fucking ancestors were oppressed. You live in some fucking upscale house and you're doing okay for yourself. So I think your ancestors would kind of call you out on that bullshit. It's like, let's leave fucking race out of this. Maybe it's just the fact that you're a fucking douchebag that people hate you. Not because of the color of your skin, but it's the content of a person. What the fuck happened to that, Eve? Nobody gives a fuck you're a Jew. Nobody gives a fuck you're a woman. Nobody cares about the color of your skin. You're a dumb bitch who says stupid shit on the internet that everybody can read. That's why people fucking hate you. Wake the fuck up. My God.
You go,
I still can't get over the time when she described her headache as being like her ancestors going into a dark tunnel. Whatever. Can you not remember that?
No.
When she compared her headache to people who suffered in the Holocaust.
That's what I mean. That's not the word she used, but that's how everyone read it. Whether she meant it or not, that's how everyone read it. She had a headache.
I just want to get to this real quick. So guys, forgive me a minute. This is a great. This is like I love this panel. I love how everybody's pumped up and participating. I love it. I think this is a fantastic panel. Well, TJ, you could speak. TJ, feel free to speak anytime you want. Johnny, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. I can't see it. It has gone off my screen. I have no idea what it is. Sunshine, I just want to say hi. You didn't hear me. If you can see me in the chat, I did say it was great to see you back. I haven't seen you in months. I've missed you. I'm glad you're okay. I'm going to do a quick roll call, so if everybody can give me a minute. Just want to say hi to Megan, Planet Q, Kim Court, Echo Spice, Sunshine is here. Issa Mello, I haven't seen in a while. Who else? Lara Beef, of course, Phantasmagorical, of course. Come on now.
Hello.
Oh, Rob's Rules is here. Good to see you, Rob. Lily,
I love that guy.
Mary Lynn. Oh, I'm glad. I think he likes you too, man. Justice for Depp. If you haven't subscribed, she's on 47. Can we please give her some support? I don't know what happened to her channel. Something happened. She had to start it over. So if you guys could please support JFD,
How was her first sub?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I subbed to her. Hello, Galette. Hello, Sour. I'm trying to go through real quick. Hello, Corrine. Elizabeth Me. Is it you? Is it me? I missed you too. It's been a while since I've seen you also. Sean B. Johnny's girl. Again, thank you so much. Tal, it was awesome. Again, I have to thank my friend John Paul Rye for giving me a shout out and you coming over, Tal. I'm thank you for being here. Cement Shoes, I'm sorry for your loss. I think I said that in the chat, but in case you missed it, I just wanted to say real quick, I'm sorry. LC, thank you for being here. Lara B from Italy, of course. Lara B's awesome. Everybody's awesome here. Gia, as Maya would say, or should I say Gia? But Maya says Gia, so I just go with that. KC, hello. Tracy, if I missed any, I'm trying to hurry up. So many people. Karen, hello. Maya, you missed it. I tried to get you, but you went inside. Go ahead, Maya. You want to hurry up? Hurry up. Go, hurry. Because I want to get back to the panel. Go.
Hi, Di. Hi, Rose.
Rose.
Hi, Phantasmagorical. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sunshine. Hi, Isa. Hi, Lara.
Go ahead.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Lily. Hi.
Oh, you went a little ahead of me. Mary, Lily, right?
Hi, Carl.
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Who's that? Come on, you didn't get it last time.
Hi, Cement Shoes.
Yes, you got it. Good. All right. Good.
Hi, Hi, Gina.
Lily, Gina, right?
So that's
Kareen.
Hi, Kareen.
Linda.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Did you say hi to Hen?
Oh, hi, Hen.
Tiffany.
Hello.
Zod. Say hi to Zod.
Hi, Zod.
See Zod?
Yep, hi, Zod.
There he is.
Hi, Phantasma.
And this is.
Hi,
And,
TJ.
Hi, baby
there you
girl.
go. Everybody say hi, baby girl. Let's say hi, Maya.
Planet Q.
Planet Q.
Hi, Sean. Hi, Megan. Hi.
Oh, this is going to be hard for you. This is hard for me. Mayor. Oh, God.
I'm Mary Lily.
Close. Mary Liz. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. This is, you could just call it D. Espada.
Hi, D. Espada.
There you go. That's easy for you to say. I knew you could say that. Did we get everybody? I think we did a good job. I think we got everybody. I knew you were going to say it. Yes. She said it. Yes, she said it. I knew you were going to say Gia. I knew it. Oh, my God. I knew you were going to. It's Gia. I knew you were going to. What made you say Gia? Oh, God. Who's that?
Hi,
Gina. That's so funny. Gia. I knew you were going to say it, Maya. Oh, my God.
Gia.
I know you too well. I think you got everybody. Oh, here, wait.
Hi, Casey. Hi, John.
John is here. Our troll. Where would we be without our troll, John? You didn't say hi to her?
Hey, Carol.
There you go. I think you got everybody. Good job, Maya. Good job. Okay, I got to go to the stream. Okay, guys, go ahead. I'm so sorry. I just want to do a roll call, say hi to everybody. Go ahead. So I mean, listen, bottom line, I'm going to ask the panel. He did a summary judgment. Some people say it's on the counterclaim. I didn't see anything yet today. I'll have to look later tonight. They say it's on the counterclaim. I don't know where that information came from, but I'm just going to go with everybody in the chat. Whether it's on the counterclaim or not, if it's on the counterclaim, then it's only his case. So I still think it's a win-win, but I'm going to let the panel make, what do you guys think about that? And by the way, if you don't know what a summary judgment is, it's basically saying, I have all the evidence. She doesn't have any evidence. Judge, therefore, can you make a judgment right now without a trial? Without me going to trial, I have all the evidence and I'm going to prove it. Here's all my evidence. Here's my motion. She doesn't have squat. And even if she argues it, I still will win regardless of her argument. That's what he's saying. So I'm going to let the panel decide what you guys think. Hey, Carmine, I missed you. Hello. I just want to say hi.
Either way, it's going to save him time to just, her counterclaim is garbage. She knows it. If she's so smart as everybody purports that she tries to say, me and my over 200 IQ. Like, bullshit, lady. I have an IQ of 186. Run circles around your ass. Please. I would love one of these times, and it's because my mom works on the weekend. I never get her on these streams because she's insane and works 9 to midnight. But anyways, I mean, just tell someone who literally x-rays people for a living, that somebody stomped on a woman's ribs on both sides and then miraculously does not fear having to suffer from bone shards puncturing a lung, which is a real fear. If you have broken ribs, oh no, we're going to frolic and we're going to wave our hands like a wacky wild inflatable tube man. I don't think I could stop my mom for laughing. I think that would be one of those fall from the chair laughing moments. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I have a broken leg, okay? And Nitra's girl was here in my member stream, and she said she had a broken rib. And she said every time she tried to breathe, it hurt. Now, you breathe what? Every 2 seconds? Now, imagine every 2 seconds you have a pain. It's hard to breathe. It hurts. This is what she went through because she was in a horrible car accident. Horrible. So she's lucky she's alive. And she's like, I can't see any way that this woman could be frolicking, running around, posing for pictures, claiming she has a broken nose, a broken lip, a broken this. This was smashed. She's bruised here. And then the pictures that were shown by Adam Waldman earlier in the year show her flawless, running around looking perfect, no makeup, no anything. So I don't get I don't get where this comes from. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. No idea. And here, LC says, my favorite husband broke ribs getting bucked off on a fence at a rodeo. Jesus Christ. Ooh. Could barely move or breathe for at least 3 weeks. Now, what does that tell you?
Sean said something earlier on that I'd like to go back to. He said, I don't know how. Where is it?
Yeah, I'll try to find it. If you could find it, go ahead. I'll try to find Sean B. Let me see.
I honestly still trying to understand how this can be in Johnny's favour if he doesn't get to prove his innocence in a trial against her, because it's actually what he's going for is the judge to make a verdict, and if she makes a verdict in his case, he wins the trial without it going to a jury. Does that make sense?
But does he still win? Does she still have to admit that she lied?
Well, I'm not sure she has to admit that she lied because it's the judge's decision.
Yes.
So basically, the judge will take all the information that Johnny's team provides, and then he'll take all the information that she provides. Now it's going to happen on March 25th. This was filed, by the way, I found out June 26th. So that's 2 months, which is the time frame that you're supposed to give. So she has up to 2 weeks prior to that to send in her answer. Yeah. If she doesn't, and she'd be very stupid not to, it's a one-way street. So basically, they have to prepare now a defense, because if they don't, Johnny was going to win on default. He's going to win on default because his information, he can include photos, he can include everything, and that's what he should. He should witness statements. He should throw it all in there, overwhelm the judge. Say, look at all this evidence. What more is needed? We have body cam footage. Here's a could be a disc, or I don't know how they accept it in their court. I don't know. Yeah. My court, it takes this. So sometimes there's so much information.
But it's only an hour allotted to it. So obviously they'll just hand over information, and then she'll look at it in her own time. And she has 3 months to make the decision, doesn't she?
She has, according to what I read, up to 3 months to make this decision.
Yeah.
But then I question, because if it's supposed to be on March 26th or 5th or whatever,
she hasn't got 3 months.
She hasn't had 3 months. So right now Johnny has submitted all his stuff. Now, I don't understand how you could submit an answer only 2 weeks prior to the hearing date. I think that's ridiculous. I think it should be at least a month's time. I mean, 1 whole month should be plenty of time to prepare if you have all your information. So I don't quite get the law in this perspective. I mean, because 2 weeks for a judge to prepare using her defense, that's not a lot of time. So I don't know. I mean, but to me, it's like it felt in the UK. It's overwhelmingly in his favor. But I'm nervous because I don't want to feel that confident and then say, I'm only going to agree to part of it. I'm not going to agree to it. Sorry, denied. We'll have to go to trial. I don't want to be disappointed either. I don't want to get my hopes too high. But I really think go ahead, TJ.
Here's a theory. He's had all his friends watching YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Watching us go through all the papers, watching us come up with all these theories and watching us come up with all the information. And he's just going to say to the judge, watch all these YouTube channels. That's it. There's my info.
Well, to be fair, we know at least one of them's been watching. Definitely know one of them's been watching because she donated something to the first charity drive, didn't she?
Yep.
Hi.
But I'm going to answer your question. Elizabeth Me wanted to know what hearing is the 26th. I guess you didn't see my video. I put a video out yesterday what Johnny filed. He filed a summary judgment motion. It's going to be decided by the judge on the 26th of March. If he wins, they won't have to go to trial. Now, I didn't know if that was for the whole thing or his part or whatever. I found out today, according to some people in the chat, they said, according to Keeley and according to Lara B on Twitter, that it's only for the counterclaim. I don't know that. I haven't looked at this yet. I'm going to do it after my stream later on before I go to bed because I'll probably do a video on it. But I don't know. If it is on the counterclaim, okay. If he wins, there's no counterclaim. Then it's just his case going to trial. So it's a win no matter what he does here. He can't. The only thing he loses is filing a motion. He doesn't lose much. A motion is like $45 or something. So he pays his attorneys. They file a motion. He pays his $45. He pays the attorney some money. What the hell? You've already paid him $20 million anyway. Who cares at this point? So what has he got to lose? Nothing. If he doesn't win the summary judgment, then he loses nothing. They go to trial. If he wins the summary judgment, then her counterclaim is gone, and it's only his $50 million on the table at trial. So again, this is a win-win for him. He's got nothing to lose. Amber's got to be shaking her boots. She's going to be like, oh, shoot, he filed a summary judgment motion. Shoot, now we got to hurry and answer. We got to prove him wrong. We got to prove that his facts and his laws are incorrect. If they can't do that, they lose the motion. So, I mean, I think to me, this is like a win here. I think this is a huge news. So, I mean, that's just my feelings on it. I don't know. I don't know how everybody else feels, but that Fanta, TJ, what do you say? Go ahead.
Go on, Fanta.
Well, if it's against her counterclaims, then I think it's an awesome move because we've already heard the judge say he didn't get a fair trial in the UK. It's like you said, Rob, it's so overwhelming. How could you not look at it and say, she's lying about everything? When somebody lies to me once about something, no matter how big or small, I hardly ever believe anything else they say, ever. And if you can look at one incident and say, well, this makes no sense, I don't think she's being truthful here, then you have to question everything. Not just that.
Yeah.
And so if you do that, then you come to me, the correct conclusion. She's lying. She has no basis. It's out. And that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. I agree,
and this
TJ?
Judge seems to be on her stuff. I'm sorry. She seems to be, level-headed and fair.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, TJ. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just what everyone else has said. She's lied. I mean, it's literally on television across the world. The whole world has looked at. I have paid this, and then she turns around and says she didn't. That is a lie. So if she's lied to the whole world, then she's lying to the judge.
Yep.
All the judge has to watch is that snippet, that single snippet, and go, well, you've lied. But everything else is a lie.
Well, didn't she also put it in her testimony that she had donated the money?
Yeah.
So she lied under oath. It wasn't just on telly, it was under oath.
I mean,
but she doesn't live in a world that's under oath. She lives in a world that's on the telly. So
but what I'm saying is,
being on the telly is more important.
Yes, but under oath, legally, she has lied to the courts, and therefore that should have got the case thrown out. Should have got the case thrown out. You lied under oath.
She's lied in Australia. She's lied in the Bahamas, sneaking her dogs in, making jokes about it, thinking it's all funny afterwards. No. Making jokes about Johnny with her friends in the elevator, saying, "Oh, he threw the phone," and then they're all laughing it up in the elevator, having a good time about it. She was caught on film. I mean, my God, how much did she has Franco come in on a Tuesday when Johnny left on a Saturday, and he didn't come back. And then she looked fine and flawless the whole week. Everybody sees her. A lawyer sees her who's in the building, lives there with her, goes on TV and says it. You have the security guard saying she was in my face, right close to my face. She looked fine. On Friday, she has this zit, and she's going to do a TRO. You have Isaac Barak, who is Johnny's friend in the penthouse, sees her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, she's changing the locks. On Friday, she comes over to his house after filing the TRO and says, "Why don't you come over and have dinner with me?" And he's looking at her like, Are you in drugs? What's wrong with you? After what you've done to my friend, you expect me now to come over and have dinner with you? After what you just did on television? I saw what you did. No, you can go. I'm not dealing with you. Sorry. So you have people there who are his friends, like Doug Stanhope, who was there every day, who's seen this guy, who's seen her, was friends with both of them. Him and his girlfriend were friends with Amber and Johnny. So here's a guy who's on the fence. He's with both of them. He holds it in. Finally, he's like, I can't take this anymore. I can't live night after night knowing that my friend got abused. I saw him getting yelled at. I saw him doing nothing. I saw what his face looked like. I know this guy. All right. I can't stand the guy crying to me. Yeah. I can't. And I didn't say anything. Isaac Baruch said the same thing. I don't know about you, Johnny, but you're here in my apartment. I'm a single guy. You're in my penthouse, and you're telling me to my face that she abused you. I don't know. Maybe I don't know about love, but to me, that's not love, man. He said, you do what you want. It's your life, but I can't live. If it's me, John, I'm not with her anymore. But I'm not you. I'm not emotionally attached like you are. So you have all these people and all this against you, let alone the police footage we all saw, let alone the tape recordings we all heard, let alone her admittance on tape, let alone her kicking a door into the guy's head, putting a cigarette into his face. I mean, my God, how much more does somebody need? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't.
One last thing I'd like to say.
Sorry, that was a Rob's Rules rant, and I apologize. Go ahead.
If it is just on the counterclaim, he has a very good case, because the only things that are upheld on the counterclaim is what his lawyer said, right? She cannot prove that Johnny told him to say them things. So therefore, she's suing the wrong person. She is suing the wrong person. Johnny did not do anything on, the only two things that are being upheld are statements that Adam made. And she can't prove that Johnny told Adam to make them statements. So therefore, she has no case in the counterclaim. And I think that might be what he's going for. She can't prove that Johnny instructed him to say that.
All right, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I got to get to bed. It's almost 7 o'clock.
Stupid o'clock tomorrow.
I've got work at stupid o'clock tomorrow, but I'll stay up for a little bit.
As always, guys, I cover this on my channel. I cover what's going on with those evil, corrupt, inhumane bastards at the JRC. And I also cover as well other autism dates. The most recent video was of a woman who was missing, and I believe Rancho Cordova, forgive me if I get that wrong, Planet Q's queen, but she was an autistic young woman. They found her remains. It's believed that she had been murdered. So, I'm going to be covering that as well. So it's kind of a heavy channel, but I do have a few fun things that pop up every once in a while. Our open chats are usually entertaining, at least towards the end. We play Cards Against Humanity. So come by the channel, folks. Check me out for my channel, please. And good night, everybody.
Good night, Tiff. Thanks for being here, Tiff. I just got a message from Keely Talk. She said she's sorry she can't make it tonight. She's really not feeling well. She's been, and I know because I've talked to her. She hurt her leg a couple of weeks back. It hasn't been the same. She also thought she broke her leg like I did, but she's so badly bruised. And she has fibromyalgia. Let's not forget that. She also gets migraines. So Gary's over there trying to take care of her, and he's like, "Man, I'm sorry. We wanted to be there." I said, "No, dude, I understand." It's late. I get it. I know how you feel, because I haven't had them on. I think I've had them on once or twice, but it's because she's going through a lot. I get it. Righteous girl, I just want to say thank you. She says happy Friday, miss all of you. We love you. Take care of you, Rib. She's the one. Everybody says, who's Lisa? This is Lisa. Everybody asks, who's the one who got in that horrible auto accident? This is her. and she's lucky to be alive. Lucky.
Yeah.
That I've seen pictures of that accident. It was brutal. My God, she's lucky. And that's why I tell everybody, look, one day you're fine, and you don't know what happens when you go out that door.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd break my leg. I didn't think she would get into a serious car accident. So be grateful every day. Don't say, oh, same old thing. Be happy it's the same old thing, because you're fine, you know? So as long as you're fine and you're healthy and you could walk to work, which I can't do, and you could drive a car, and you could, you know, hey, be happy. It's a gift. Don't take advantage of it, you know, because your life can change instantly. So,
Rob, it's only a temporary change for you. Don't forget, it'll be back to normal soon.
True. But you know, there are other people who has had their life totally affected, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, there's people like who's been abused here. There's people who's like, will they ever forget it? No. Will they ever forget being hurt by their significant other? No. Will they ever forget their kids being threatened? No. So you have a lot of that too, mentally. It's not just physically, it could be mental. So, you know, just enjoy every day that you're here, and make it the best one, and live life and love it to the, you know, you're not always going to have a great day, but try to enjoy your life, because, you know, we all TJ was 2 months, went through 2 years. I'm sorry. He's gone through hell. So, you know, I mean, what I say? I should have said, oh, damn it, man. Every time I'm stupid.
She even put a feminine picture up so you wouldn't get it mistaken.
But why do I think TJ? Why do I keep? I don't like a TJ like a trucker. I keep thinking. I don't know why I keep thinking the initials like a.
She used to have a motorbike as a symbol.
God, yeah, I know. I got to get rid of that. Yeah, because you know what? Let me show you this. I would think is like to me it resorts to like I see a guy in a truck driving this truck with this kind of pinup doll kind of thing, you know, and I think I'm sorry, my fault.
You can't win. You can't win, TJ. Oh, it's spitting image. Spitting image. I can tell you, I've met her in real life. It's spitting image of her. Not.
I bet it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you know what, Leslie's right. She says you're okay, Rob. It's the meds. You're right. Let's blame it on the medicine. Let's blame it on my codeine.
Don't blame it on the medicine. You've been doing it long before you were on the med. So don't give me that. Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit.
Oh my God, we didn't even get to the main topic.
Alcohol, so I'm constantly drinking more these days, because my goodness, the stuff that's going on. Everyone was in the comments. I did not zone out. If you guys don't know, this 2022 is ridiculously busy. I currently have 2 videos. I'm also writing scripts for that new movie Moonfall and Jackass 3. So I'm trying to multitask, and I'm doing a terrible job. So I do hear everybody, and I'm reading your comments. But no, I think that my opinion on this was that I think this motion was great. There's an old saying, you guys might have heard of it if you've watched this. Strike fast, or strike first, strike fast, no mercy. You guys all know what that means. Cobra Kai, baby. That's what Johnny Depp is doing. Johnny Depp. No, Johnny's got the right idea, right? She did that counter. Yeah. She did the counterclaim, and I think I was
a scare tactic. As a scare tactic, that's what that is.
But Rob, I said this too. I said the best move for him was to be more reactive. This is a very reactive maneuver, and he's got the evidence to back it up. So why not? The worst the judge can say is that we're going to trial. He loses nothing out of this deal, but he puts her on the offense, and he's got to get in her head. And let's be real, she's not working with a lot of marbles there. So I think it's a brilliant tactic. 200 IQ, my ass.
The premise that she owned him. He was scared of her at one point.
Yeah. He was, yeah.
He is
he
no
was.
longer scared of her. He has got her out of his head.
Yeah.
And she's relying on the fact that she is still in there, and she's not. He's totally got rid of her.
Yeah, she's relying on the fact that she was able to manipulate him for so long. She wants to thinks she can carry on manipulating him, and that's what her whole case is about. Her whole case is about manipulating him. It's all about manipulation.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, I don't even think she thought he would take it this far.
No.
And she's just trying to get everything that she can, because I don't think she had a plan to go this route. I really don't. I don't believe it ever crossed her mind she would be going to court and have to defend her views. Now she's going, oh crap, I have to now actually produce stuff. And I don't got nothing to eat. It was fine in the court of public opinion. But now we're talking about coming up with evidence.
I'm gonna put this live. Sorry, I just want to get this to the panel and to the chat so you guys can hear this. It says this could be big. A summary judgment is only granted when there is no prospect of a party being successful at trial. It is a huge threshold to meet this standard. So likely relates to the counterclaim, but you don't file these unless you have something. So that's pretty big. That's pretty big that I just read there. I wanted to get that to you guys. So. A lot of people are saying they think that he has something here so big that she can't defend it. And somebody said it could have been Franco. Franco admitted that she didn't have any, because we don't know what was said in these depositions. Remember that. We don't have those.
Yep.
So it's got to be something big.
But the thing is, even if Franco said he didn't have any bruises on that particular incident, that doesn't prove that none of the other incidents were true. That's the thing. That's why I don't think it's that, honestly, because he'd have to prove that all of the others weren't true as well.
Well, they're supposed to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Because we've already proved. He'd already proved that wasn't true with the police footage. All that is already proved that was not true. But he has to prove, the only way that he could cancel the case or have the summary judgment is that if he had evidence that every single lie, I'm going to say lie, that she's made out about him is...
Oh, Muskie had cameras up everywhere and he's decided to give them over.
Johnny had cameras up everywhere. What were you on about? Johnny had cameras up everywhere.
Yeah, there's supposed to be, 50 plus more recordings of their conversations and 87 more pieces of footage.
Yeah.
So he could have all that and give it to the judge. And let's not forget that when they asked for her basis on filing for $100 million, she actually put in the court papers, well, he's suing for 50. So she's only going double what he's suing her for. Just because. In the court papers, it says that.
I never heard this audio. Did anybody hear this audio? There's an audio of Johnny saying, please love me today. Please don't hurt me today. Please don't go crazy. I've never heard this.
No, I've not heard that audio.
No.
I've never.
Where do we get
heard
it?
that.
I heard
I wouldn't know where to look.
She says, nobody will believe you, Johnny. You go to court, lad. You go to court.
Yeah.
You stand up there and you say this. Because she knew he wouldn't do it then. So she wasn't prepared for him to say, okay, fine, we'll go to court. You've hurt my family. You've hurt my children. I am going to take you. I am going to wash the floor with you, woman.
What hurt my heart the most is when he's on the phone with her at the moment when he realizes, when he's talking about his son going to school, being bullied, and people saying, oh, your dad's a wife beater, blah, blah, blah. And there's a little pause, and it's all about her. And I just felt like if that was me, it would have crushed me inside. Because you're talking about a child. I don't care if he's a teenager. He's a child. That's Johnny's child, and he was worried about him. Let's not do this. secrets. Don't bring it out.
Right. So we're all parents here. Yes, all of us. I'm just checking who was on panel. Every single one of us is parents. And no matter how annoying our kids are, because they are, we will fight. We will fight tooth and we will fight to the death for our children. We will do everything we can to protect them, even as adults now. If someone comes attacking your child, you're gonna go there and defend them, no matter what.
Look, I mean, here's the thing. My situation, I'm not with my ex. You guys all know my lovely bitchy, who I will be proposing to.
You still ain't done that yet.
A villain's working on it. I gotta get a resource.
Sorry. You said that a year ago you were going to propose. No, sorry, Sod.
So no working on it.
About a year ago he said you was going to propose.
I'm a guy. This doesn't happen.
Not good enough.
Doesn't happen. Anyways, after being thoroughly roasted by everybody, here's the thing, though. Even my girl, the way she is, and I'll be honest right now, she doesn't like kids. But there is something inherent in everyone where if somebody says something to my daughter, she will very viciously defend her, and that's not her kid. So I think you have a side that they have that, and then you have the Amber Heards of the world. And honestly, I don't think she gives a shit because she just doesn't have that. And I really feel bad for her child, because if she does not have that for somebody else, I don't see her having that for her kid. I think the biggest thing that pisses me off about her is she's using her child as an accessory and nothing else.
Well, see, my theory was put in a super chat to Tug on a live stream. And I said, did you ever think, because look at when the baby was born in April, right? Well, they were supposed to go to court originally in May. I said, has it ever crossed your mind that she had that child on purpose to get sympathy from the court?
Yes.
And Tug's like, that's a good point. And I was like, yeah, she's just using the child. Child means nothing to her.
She did that, but she also has used it in this court case. So used the child, not it. Used her daughter in this court case. When she was having to go and sit her deposition, she started using her daughter as an excuse why she had to have all this in place. You can't expect me to put myself at risk when I've got a baby to go home to. The baby that someone else is taking care of. We know full well she's not taking care of that baby. She only holds the baby to take photos.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest thing too is not just the court case. I don't even think it's for the court case, me personally. What's the most powerful thing that she's been using? The media, because she doesn't want to be attacked by them. And what's the worst thing the media can do? Attack a mother. It's something where
a single mother.
Yep, a single mother. Exactly, Hen. You get where I'm going with this. So they're not going to go after her as hard as they should. Like, I've seen a lot of articles starting to turn the other corner. I've read some on my channel, and you could see that they're starting to question things because they don't want to be on the wrong end should the court case go the other way. And I think that this is a way for her to shield herself from the press and public opinion. It's that sympathy. Oh, look at my kid. Fucking what's his face? Alec Baldwin. His wife is doing the same shit with their family right now. What these Hollywood stars do, it pisses me off because no kid should be used as a fucking shield. And you're a scumbag if you do that. That's the worst thing I could think of.
And that is the one thing that I'm going to say it. That is the one thing Johnny has never done. He's always tried to keep his children out of the press. Every time.
100%. Facts. I 100% agree with you. He's never brought his kids in. He's never brought his exes into this. If we remember, how many people on this panel? Okay, let's be real. How many people on this panel would have their ex come to court or make a deposition for them? My exes wouldn't. They'd fucking throw me in the river before they'd ever say anything nice about me. Hey, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. How many exes would go to court for them?
The positive things my exes would say about me wouldn't be suitable to be heard in court.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
By the way, Kerry sent me the audio. It's like 6 seconds. I could play it a couple times so you guys can hear it. So I'm gonna put my volume up way. Okay, I'm gonna put my volume. I never heard this before. This is the first time I'm hearing it. So let me get it ready. Okay, give me a second. Okay, but give me 1 minute. Let me just put it up. Here we go. It's very low.
Please love me today. Please don't hurt me today. Please don't go crazy today. Please don't. Please love me today. Please today. Please don't get crazy today. Please don't. Please love me today. Please don't hurt me today. Please don't get crazy today. Please don't.
Okay.
Please
I've never heard that before.
Please don't get crazy.
Yeah, so he said, for those of you who couldn't hear, it says, please don't hurt me today. Please don't get crazy today. Please don't love me today. Yeah. So, I mean, I could play that in a quick Johnny Depp short. It's like 6 seconds. I can make that like a really quick thing so you guys can hear it better. But thank you, Kerry. I just want to say thank you for sending me the audio on Twitter. So I just want to play that. I don't know what that's about.
Corinne is asking you to check your Twitter as well.
Check my Twitter as well. Okay. I don't know what that's about. I don't know where that. Someone said it came from a 2-hour audio.
It could be from one of the, when they were talking and he's talking about, let's go into this, like, please don't hurt each other today, or, hurt me today. Let's not get crazy.
Part of their counselling thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thank you, Hannah. I couldn't find my word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who told me to check Twitter? Who else was sent me a message?
Corinne.
I have Carrie. I have a bunch of groups. I have Phantasmagorical saying I'll be there.
I'll be there.
So I found that one. I found TJ. So TJ's here, so that's good. Jessica sent me something. Rebecca sent me something, but I don't see any Corinne. Huh. Let me reset it.
Did she just
I'll
tag
reset it?
you?
Yeah, maybe she just tagged me. Let me see. I'll check Twitter again.
I'm just reading the comment in the chat. Ex stabbed, punched, and shot me, and even poisoned me.
Yeah, I don't have it in the messages.
One friend run me over. Sorry, I'm reading her chat in the chat.
Go ahead.
Ex stabbed me, punched me, shot me, and even poisoned me, along with having one friend run me over 18-wheeler Fleetwood truck. Okay. Ouch.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could see anything. I don't know. Something came out about Franco. There's an article, but I don't see anything on him, what he said. I was hoping I could find something on him, but...
No, we're not going to find out. We're not going to find out.
We're not. Just as James Franco and Elon Musk were issued subpoenas. Oh, Planet Q sent me this. Oh, okay. I'll have to read this tonight, but thanks, Planet Q. But yeah, I'll look into this. But I don't see anything else. Let me take me out of this screen here. Yeah, so I don't see anything else on Twitter. I don't see any DMs. I don't know. Sorry, I don't see anything. Anyway. So I mean, pretty much this has been really a great conversation. We got about 40 minutes left, and I thought I thought I would read a little bit about Amber Heard, what she said in her witness statement, just a little,
Oh,
to get it out. So
you were going to go karaoke on us.
Who's that? TJ, say again.
I mean, I could sing some Blue's now.
Go karaoke on us.
No, we've been there and done that already tonight.
Don't forget tonight, later on, you got General Zod and his Friday night hangout. So I hope you guys can make that. In case you forget, General Zod will be on.
Zod, I will not be that. I should have been in bed 2 hours ago.
You're just on too late for me.
Just want to
that's fine. I'm a vampire, so
yeah,
he's
an insomniac, this guy. So John, Amber said in her witness statement, she says, I remember visiting him in New Mexico when he was filming for The Lone Ranger. That was the first time Johnny told me that the reason he wasn't drinking was that he had a serious liver problem. I never knew this. This is a little bit shocking to me. I don't know if he has a liver problem.
God, I hope.
Yeah, I think he probably did.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, how many years has he been in the business? We do know he had some issues with drugs and alcohol abuse in his younger years, but that stuff catches up with you. How old is he now?
58.
58, yeah.
Oh, geez, that's got to be catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your body can only handle so much abuse, you know.
I hope it's repairable because my dad has liver cancer.
Oh no, Fanta!
So
sorry
to hear that.
Oh
yeah, well, that's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it, to get sympathy. I was just saying I hope Johnny is taking care of himself, and it can be treated.
Luckily, the liver is one of those organs that if it is rested, it usually repairs itself.
Yeah.
General Zod, Nitro's girl wanted to know how's Bitchy doing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's doing really well. Right now she's at her brother's house with my laptop. That's why I'm on my phone right now chatting with you folks. But I love her, so I let her use my laptop, and she's there with her brother playing some games. Destiny.
That's true love right there. True love, baby. You can use
where am I gonna find a cool chick who plays video games? She's better than me in Destiny. Like, she goes on like cursing at people and stuff. It is hilarious. Don't tell her I said that.
You found the unicorn, the real unicorn.
That's funny.
Oh, she's beautiful. She plays video games. She loves you. Damn, man. Put a ring on it.
Look, I got the ring. I got it picked out, but I didn't realize how expensive rings are after taxes and all that. It's sure we'll probably do something on my channel after I give her the ring because she wants to wait till after I propose. I'm gonna embarrass the shit out of her. But I mean, I got her a pretty really
make it romantic, man. Take us someplace that has meaning for you two. But it was your first date or something like that. Take some place that has meaning or that she really loves to go to, even if you don't, and just take her there, make the night special. Don't worry about anything else in the world, and go for it, bro. Right?
It's gotta be the cinema you met at early, isn't it?
It's the cinema we met. So
yeah,
I was thinking of taking her to see a movie and proposing at the cinema we worked at together.
Yeah,
you know what you could do. You know what you could do? You could make it privatized. They have in my theater where you could just make it just you and a bunch of family or whatever, or just you two, and you could privatize it and just say, "Oh boy, I wonder what happened. Nobody's here, just us," and then you could, boom.
Oh, I've got an idea. Have you got connections at the cinema still?
Oh yeah.
Aye. Do you know the projection guy?
Not the new one, no, but I know somebody who.
Okay. Could you get something up on the big screen?
Possibly,
yeah.
Possible,
Be down in the front row, and then you stand up and go to one knee, and everybody see that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Kind of like
Just,
being on
you
the
better
kids'
bring
cam at
you
the
better
Super
bring
Bowl.
like a new. You better bring like a newspaper so your pants don't get all sticky and stuff. You know.
Oh. I want to mention something else then.
Whoa, what do you think is going on in the cinemas, Rob? Like,
sticky floors, sticky floors.
When was the last time you went to the movies, man?
That's a thing on the balcony.
There with that. Anyway,
I meant for the popcorn and the soda.
Yeah, of course you did. Of course you did.
I don't want to know what Rob's been doing in the movies, Rob. Oh my goodness, Rob's a beast. Oh my goodness, Rob. What you got going on over there?
Pee-wee Herman type theaters you've been going to, Rob?
Here's how we do it. You go to the late movie, you wear a short skirt, you go commando, and hey, that's it. There you go.
I don't even know what that means.
Bob, you know what you get up to in the back seat of the cinema now? Oh my God. Date nights in Rob's world have just become very interesting. Anyway.
I think we need to do a stream on this. I would be very interested to stream Rob's date nights.
Right. We still need to do getting to know you. I think we're going to deep dive into Rob's past.
By the way, Rose said she thinks that had to do with the bathroom incident from that Brian fella. That's quick recording.
Oh, from Incredibly Average.
Yeah.
I might revisit his videos again.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Take care, Sunshine. Take care. And Johnny's girl left. Want to say goodbye. She has to go. The things that happen in my stream. We start one way, go another way. Whatever. Anyway,
well, you still got half an hour.
Okay. She said it was at this point that Johnny told me just before a weekend in New York, he had been in a treatment facility. I started to think a little differently about those bottles of champagne. When we were in Mexico, I would mostly stay in his cabin. I couldn't be photographed because Johnny said that he didn't want the world to blame me for his separation from Vanessa because it was not public yet. And so they haven't told, and the children didn't know. He promised me that he had broken up. He just hadn't made it public yet, and I was trying to be respectful of how he wanted to handle it, especially for his children. This meant I was pretty much stuck in the house all day. I would read and cook and wait for him. I later came to see that this was how Johnny wanted things, and he was incredibly benevolent. I can't always say this wrong. When I was meeting those expectations. So basically, she's trying to say he wanted to control the situation, and like he was telling her, "Yeah, you can't come out of the house, and this is who he is." I think that's absolute bullshit. Absolute.
She's basically saying she was imprisoned.
Yes. Yeah, that's what she's trying to make.
Yeah. We've seen her French toast, and she wasn't feeding him at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and cooking? God, heaven help me.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I refuse to believe she fucking cooked the thing in her life. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like to judge somebody without knowing. I've never seen like anything like where she's been like, this is what I cook, blah, blah, blah. She strikes me as that type. I refuse to believe that bitch cooked a single thing in her life. And as far as that goes, I think she's twisted it in the way of, oh, he kept me a prisoner. He didn't want the press seeing me, blah, blah, blah. But I think the actual story behind it was he was going through a public breakup. He didn't want the press to hassle her, being the gentleman that he is. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, hey, why don't you wait in here? Because we all know how the media is. We've heard the stories of them hiding in the fucking bushes and things like that. So he was saying, you stay in here so that way this doesn't go public, and you don't get a bunch of hate from my fans until I have time to break the news publicly. That makes a lot of sense. This bullshit, like she was the Stepford wife and she had to fucking cook and clean and all of this shit. It's just a it's one of her worst manipulations, to be honest. Like, some of the stuff you could kind of see both angles, but that shit just doesn't make sense. From how I'm seeing it, it looks like he was trying to protect her image as opposed to keeping her hostage. And if you're going to be a fucking hostage, I'd be a hostage in Johnny Depp's house. Please, Johnny Depp, take me prisoner. A fucking $1 million house, internet, a hot shower, how many fucking rooms? Are you kidding me? If that's imprisonment, where do I sign up for that? That's the best imprisonment I've ever heard of. I'm sure there's a lot of ladies who would like to be imprisoned by Johnny Depp.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
I mean, I'm just saying, his version of imprisonment doesn't sound like the shit I've heard of. This bitch is crazy. Like,
oh, TJ, we know you don't like him in that way.
Yeah.
John's so funny. John says he wants to take Lily and Leslie to the movies. Look, I don't know what's going on there, but hey.
That's all you, Rob.
whoa,
That's all you.
whoa there, John.
Like, okay.
Whoa, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Anyway.
More for that statement.
Oh, my God. She says, as our relationship progressed, I began to notice aspects of Johnny's increasingly controlled behavior. I said it. But, for example, I noticed he didn't like me leaving for work. In part, I think this had to do with the fact that it meant I had to travel and was away from him. Yeah, but you know what? That's just missing somebody. That's not like you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which he didn't like. Yeah, but that's understandable. It's because he misses you. I mean, come on, you're actors. It could take months before you see each other again. Come on. But I also noticed that he never really acknowledged my work as an actress. Not many people do.
You go, Rob.
What fucking work? She was in a movie with Nick Cage, where Nick Cage is the only thing that I fucking forgot he was in that movie. And never back down. Any Disney blonde bimbo could have played that role. What fucking work have you done? I'm the only asshole here on this panel who's probably seen the most Amber Heard stuff, and it's not by choice. She just happens to star in shit with other people I like.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've seen a few movies that she's been in. I did not know who she was.
Nobody did
know who she was.
Not a fucking person. Nobody knew who this bitch was before this.
No.
He's right. He's right.
Even when she was with Johnny, no one knew who she was.
Nope.
That's pretty true, Head, because remember that clip they showed with her walking around with her kid and nobody came up to her? That's pretty fucking telling. If you're an actor, an actress, hell, a song maker, it doesn't matter, an artist, if people don't come up to you and hassle you, hell, even us YouTubers, I've had people come up to me here in Wisconsin, right? Not where I live. And they'll come up to me and be like, I like your channel. I'm like, holy fuck, this is what it's like. Like, that's weird. It's weird to have a stranger come up to you and say, like, yay, I like your channel and everything. Okay? And I'm a fucking nobody.
You say that. I've had that. I've had that, not from my channel, but I've done a few like local plays, and I've had people come up to me, oh, I remember you was in that play. And I'm like, really? I mean, I was completely in disguise in the play they're talking about. I wore, if you haven't seen my hen as a man picture, I was a man. I had a moustache, yet they still recognized me. You know, I had full on facial hair in the play. But someone goes, oh, yes, I remember you from that play. Complete stranger. Never met him before. You know.
I don't know. That's kind of disturbing if they picked out the features enough to know. Like, hey, you're the dude from the play. I was looking at you, going, God, I hope he's a woman.
Oh, I look good as a man. I look good as a man.
I don't doubt that. Somebody actually tracked you down. They were very much wanting to find the end. No,
I did have to have I had to have padding to try and disguise the fact that I had breasts.
Did you have to Mulan it?
What?
Did you have to Mulan it?
No. They just padded the rest of me, so it looked a bit more even.
All right.
Hi.
Oh my God! With the stream, when this stream goes, sometimes
it could have been my voice. It could have been my voice. I recognised, although I was putting on a voice.
Theaters, things that happen in plays and theaters. God,
mind you, I also get people come up to me that I went to school with when I was 5 years old, and they know exactly who I am, and I'm like,
me too. I get that.
Like, how? I don't look anything like I did when you knew me. How do you know who I am?
I do though. I haven't changed.
What about Facebook? Do you have Facebook?
Yeah, but I'm
maybe
all
that's
about.
how.
No, they come into work and say hello to me. You know,
huh.
Mind you, my name's unique. I'm not going to put my name out here, but my name is unique, and I have a name badge. So,
yeah, I can understand that. That. Oh, so from the beginning, it was clear he didn't want me to take any job or be an actress at all. That's bullshit. Get out of here. Come on. I don't believe that.
Nope.
As time went on, it took a lot for me to be able to justify working at all. He didn't like me doing anything that was not under his control. When I was away, I had to check in with him all the time. No, that's called that somebody misses you, so I just want to make sure you're okay. That's not control, idiot. He would insist on me calling him as soon as I landed because he wants to make sure you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! And he wanted to know my schedule.
My girl, like, call me when you land.
Yeah, call me when you're home. Call me when you're okay.
Even friends, if you go and stay with friends, for example, I mean, when I went to visit TJ, she wanted me to make sure I got home safe. So send me a text when you get home. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Planet Q obviously
wants 54 years old, and my mother still says to me, "Tell me when you get home. Tell me when you get there. When you stop the services, stop and give me a text."
Thank you. Yeah, but that's not control. It's just I want to make sure you're safe. Because if I don't hear from you, I'm going to sweat. I'm going to be like, "What happened? Did you get in a car accident? Did something happen to you? Were you hurt?" Yeah, that's caring.
Hubby messages me and asks me if I want a hot water bottle and a cup of tea and a heated blanket putting on when I come home.
I mean, Planet Q has a question for Zod. So you have a choice, Mr. Zod's Fandom Zone. Imprisoned by Johnny Depp or Nick Cage? She asked twice. That's why. So obviously she wants to know.
Oh, we know that answer.
I mean, Nick Cage. Are we even? Hold on a second. Like, Big Nick right there. Nick, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Johnny Cage. No, it's not Johnny Cage. It's Johnny Depp. Oh, Johnny Cage. Both of them are. By the way, General Zod's Phantom Zone. He's a great guy. Help me find my peg. Thanks, Nick. Thanks.
I'm kind of scared on what I'm witnessing right now. I'm kind of a little bit worried for you, Zod.
Yeah, don't. I'm worried for Nick.
Zod, you got to put him on your stream. You got to put him on your stream.
He does. He's normally standing behind him.
I have a perfectly healthy a love of Nick Cage's work. I have never sent him multiple letters. It's cool. I think that, we both got a cool vibe. And please, Nick Cage, come on my channel.
Who told you had a cool vibe? Who lied to you? Good night, KK, and thank you. Who was it? Tanya. Thank you, Tanya.
And I'm going to take this opportunity because I am flagging, so I'm going to go to Bobo's. So I do apologise. Thank you very much for inviting me on the stream and putting up with me. And I will see you all again soon.
Good night, TJ. Take care.
Good night,
TJ.
Don't forget, no stream Monday.
Uh-huh.
Good night.
I got it in there. I got it in
there. I'm running out of juice on my phone, so I'm going to have to be a little shouty. Sorry. So I'm going to have to change my angle here.
All right.
All right. As time went on, it took a lot for me to be able to justify working at all. He didn't like me doing anything that was not in his control. When I was away, I had to check in with him all the time. He would insist on me. Oh, sorry, I hurt my foot. He would insist on me calling him as soon as I landed, and he wanted to know my schedule, what hotel room I was in, who I was with. Yeah, God in heaven, any person would do that because he doesn't want to disturb you if you're filming. And if you're filming, he's like, okay, what hotel you in? Okay, what time is a good time? You want me to call you like 11? Should I call you, what time should? Yes. He doesn't want to be a pain. He just wants to make sure that everything is going well. What's the fucking problem? Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
He would do things like get his staff to move my hotel room, organized by the production team or whichever film I was working at the time without asking me, telling me it was an upgrade as if it was a gift or a romantic gesture. But then he called the hotel room phone to monitor when I came and went. It was a little embarrassing for me to say, but in some ways, at first, I found this sort of thing romantic. But Johnny would get mad at me if I didn't answer my phone or if I didn't return his calls immediately. If I didn't like the amount of time it took to respond, he would interrogate me furiously and obsessively and would not let it go, finding a reason to punish me. I would often be late for filming or press calls and events because I was on the phone trying to placate him. It was exhausting. I don't know. I don't know.
When she says that he didn't respect her work or whatever, well, that was probably the times he was trying to give her advice, like, don't do this one. Like he said, don't just go up there using you for your body. Don't, because he'd been in it so long and he's giving her advice. So she's twisting that to make it sound like he's controlling her, wouldn't let her have jobs or whatever. She's so stupid.
Yeah, I agree. She is stupid. I agree.
It sounds to me like upgrading somebody's security. Well, here's the thing we don't have in her statement. Where was she? Maybe wherever she landed or whatever set she was working on required higher security. She's filmed in other countries. Well, you're not going to bring the same security to, like Spain or somewhere else that you would have in the U.S. I mean, there's so many variables she does not explain as to why his actions were. Maybe he wanted an update depending on the location and things like that. Maybe he heard something about the set in the movie because he's friends with everyone. And there's something in it he doesn't want her to expose herself to because it would be bad for her. I mean, this all sounds like giving somebody career advice or helping them out to me, as opposed to somebody manipulating and controlling a situation. Like, the biggest thing I have, and maybe it's just because of the era I came from, but with Sean Penn and Madonna, right? That shit was abuse. Like, he controlled facets. He would come to her fucking concerts and, like, angry glare her because she did the Like a Virgin tour. And, it was pretty provocative, I guess, at that. And so he would, there was a case where he came out and fucking covered her up while she was on stage. Like, came out and threw clothes on her. And I only know this because my mom had tickets to that event. And that, to me, is fucking controlling. Like, your woman's a performer, and she gets paid to do that, and you come out and throw your jacket. Like, that is taking a physical, very manipulative, like your mind kind of property thing. Johnny calling her? Like, do we even have proof? Like, and you don't have the language or the inflection in his voice or how he was presenting things. So there's no context. It's all, everything she gives is fucking vague. And just in my opinion, it's vague for a very specific reason, because you can't prove one way or the other whether or not she's telling the truth, at least in the court's eyes. Like, we know she's full of shit, but presenting it to other people, they can take it one way or the other. And it's better than giving a definite answer, because I bet you $100 if people pulled up those phone calls she made to, or he made to her rooms, they were probably like, hey, are you okay? Hey, why don't you check in with me? I want to make sure you're fine. Well, I heard that, be careful. That kind of shit. But there's nothing. Okay, if he was threatening, if he called you and had a controlling kind of tempo or tone to his voice, pull up phone records, bring up calls. Hotels can do that. Be like, he called me at this time. This was the conversation. Here's the recording. Phone conversations are logged. The hotels do that for security purposes. You can pull that shit up. So pull up the records. Let's hear what he had to say. I bet you she wouldn't, because she's full of fucking shit. Like, it's all vague bullshit with her. None of it is tangible, like, proof. And that's the biggest thing that gets me upset when hearing her side of the story. Where's your proof? Like, listen to how Johnny describes something. He gives very specific details, right down to where he was standing, where she was standing, what was said, what the fucking angles. You get a good picture in your mind of the event. She gives a story, and I'm sitting here going, okay, so where were you? Where was this? Where was that? Because that's important. It adds to your mind, and you can picture what is going on. And she does it on fucking purpose, because when you put her facts to the test, none of it makes fucking sense. She's a fucking lying bitch, and it really aggravates me. Like, just hearing her just aggravates me. It's just like, none of what you're saying makes sense. I can't picture it. And I got a pretty good imagination. I'm pretty sure everyone on this panel, we've got good, like, we can picture shit in our mind. Can any of you picture this setup in your head? Does like, can you draw a clear, definitive picture of the events in your mind and go, yeah, that makes sense?
No.
No, not what she says. No, but go ahead, Hen. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just enjoying Todd's rant.
Like, I'm not trying to purposely rant, but it pisses me off, especially the thing that I critique movies on is like when they show me stuff and it doesn't make sense, right? I can't visually picture in my head. It's the same thing when someone's telling you a story. You're supposed to draw a mental picture of the events in your mind. And if you can't, then your brain has to fill in the gaps. But that's subjective. You are now putting stuff in there that may or may not be true. And that's her tactic. She never fucking tells anything straightforward, right down to even where the fuck she was standing. There's nothing. It's so fucking vague. You can't get a picture in your mind. And I'm willing to bet that's what her lawyers and people tell her to do, is don't draw a definitive picture. Because if you give too much detail, people can call you out on that bullshit. And that's why she does that. She never gives any fucking details whatsoever in anything she says. Everything we've ever read, any fucking statement, she never gives you definitive details. And that's why she's full of shit. Because she can't produce any evidence, half the shit she says.
Booyah.
Yeah, and I just want to say, a lot of people in the chat, like, oh, if I disappeared, and Cherry was like, if I disappeared, I didn't know so many people care. Listen, I went on Twitter and I wrote to God knows how many people to make sure that they were okay, because I haven't heard from them or seen them or whatever. So, I always try to make sure that people are okay. And I can't get to everybody because there's so many people. But yeah, I think there's always a name I think of every week. Like, boy, I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen Ursula. There's the name I haven't seen in a while. Or KKK, Kathy Carey. I just saw her last week. This week was Sunshine. I haven't seen Sunshine in a long time. There's a lot of people who I haven't seen. How about Yazida? I haven't seen her. Tonight was the first time I saw Issa Mello in a long time. So there's a lot of people who are on my mind. And then when I see the name, I'm like, oh my God. Like tonight, there's no Moonshade. I can go on and on and on with names that I usually see, and then sometimes I don't see. And yeah, I'm worried. I'm like, are they okay? Did they get hurt? Is something wrong? Like Judith Hodgson finally reached out to me. Donald, I didn't see her.
Has she?
She is good. She just wanted to say hi to everybody. She sends some love. She's working really hard. A lot of, the hospital is going crazy with all those COVID cases. Yeah. So she said she misses everybody. She just wanted to send her love out to everybody. So I do try to get in touch with as many people as I can just to make sure, hey, you're all okay. You're all right. You're good. That's all.
So another one was our Mel. She was missing for ages, but I think she turned up a couple of weeks ago, didn't she? No one had heard from her for ages, our Mel.
Yeah. Mel. Other one. Yeah, she's been gone a long time.
No, she came into one of your streams a couple of weeks ago, I think. Someone told me she was in there, but no one had heard from her for ages.
Yeah.
And she was going through a very rough time with her parents. So, and we were all worried about her. I reached out.
Yeah, Donald. Hey, by the way, I'll tell you real quick because me and him speak a lot. He's going in for another surgery, so I know he's,
Good grief.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, the fifth one since 2020. It's ridiculous, man. It's just
Felicia, I was going to bring up Tammy as well. No one's heard from Tammy in a long time again.
Yeah, I mean, with Tammy, because everybody's asked me this question. Mm-hmm. I've tried. I've done it. I left a message on her phone, didn't hear back. I've gone to Twitter. I've gone to her YouTube, comments, nothing. This is just my opinion, and I don't know the truth, but I'm going to assume. I think her family was bugging her a lot. They really needed her. She was very needed by her family. And I think that they just didn't want her doing it. I think that's wrong. I think you should always support your partner no matter what. That's me. She could have done a video a week. It's not, you didn't do 10 a year, but they could have supported us. Okay, why don't you do a video? But I understand the live streams can be a lot of hours you take out of your life. I get it. Mm-hmm. I understand. But I'm like, damn, not even like a 10-minute video, here and there, just to let us know you're okay. So will we do it after trial part? Yeah, let's see what happens. We could maybe be in March. Who knows? If the summary judgment goes through, I'll stay on top of it. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know.
We'll do a party or a wake either way.
Hey, I will bring the refreshments for everyone. We'll get nice and we'll either get nice and celebrated or we'll be nice and depressed. I think it'll be different. U.S. law is different. I've been saying this. If this doesn't go the way that we hope, then my other terrible conclusion about the law being dead will be realized, and either way, we're all fucked. So there you go. Because if this doesn't go the way that I'm hoping, then all of this other stuff in the media could happen with people just being canceled for no reason and things like that. And make no mistake, this is huge because if Johnny Depp can prove himself and prove his innocence, that this is going to shed a light on a lot of other males that are out there that they're being falsely accused, and these witch trials, witch hunts being held on the internet for all of these people, and it's not true. And it doesn't matter whether you're a woman or a man. You shouldn't put a false claim on anybody. Mm-hmm. There's no reason. This shit destroys people's lives.
Really
it hurts their livelihood, and it's wrong. It hurts their families. Families are affected by this. Kids. It's ridiculous.
I I had a friend who was accused of rape by his ex, because he had custody of the daughter at the time, and she wasn't very well, and he'd said to her that she couldn't have the daughter that weekend because she wasn't very well. The ex is mentally unstable anyway, and he lost custody. He had his access taken away. He had to fight to get access again because of that accusation. You know, it's awful. It's awful. He was bringing up that child. She dumped the baby on him, and he was bringing up that child on his own. And she did that. Made that one lie, and and it was a lie. He had plenty of evidence to prove it was a lie. So.
And I mean, this hen could go either way, because how many women have a problem stepping forward, or there's even cases where women aren't believed and they have to struggle to get their kids back, or they lose their kid or stuff like this. I mean, this needs to be across the board. This is not a female thing. This is not a male thing. This is a fucking person thing. People need justice, and it's not the color of your skin, it's not your race, it's not your gender, but it's about doing the right fucking thing. And if we lose that, that's going to be a scary thing. If we lose the ability to defend ourselves, if we lose the ability to have a fair and equal trial, then we don't have a democracy. Right? I mean, am I wrong? This is not a democracy if people can't defend themselves with facts and evidence and proof. If we just have these fucking morons who can decide on committee who's right and who's wrong. That, to me, is the scariest fucking prospect. And I don't want that to happen. And I'm pretty sure nobody else on this panel wants that to happen. People should have their right to be heard. And when you take that away, that's when shit starts to get scary. That's when we have a breakdown of what society should be.
Laura B agrees with you. She's right, Zod. I have to get going, but before if you have subscribed to Just Call Me Hen, Phantasmagorical, or General Zod's Fandom Zone, please do. I always say support my fellow YouTubers. I'm subscribed to all three of them. So Hen's always streaming like 10, 12 hours a day. I don't know.
Oh, too much. I was supposed to have been in bed 3 hours ago. So yay.
The Fanta's below unboxing all these gifts that everybody's sending to
her.
I
know.
It's like unboxing. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Where's my gifts, people? Where's my gifts? She gets them all. Mine, but she's famous through my channel. No, I'm joking.
I made you, bitch. I made you.
Exactly.
The claws came out. Wow.
She knows I'm joking. The claws come out all the time. So you should come along and listen. We just bitch at each other all the time. It's fun.
Yeah.
See, this is why I love streaming with Rob. I hate being outnumbered by females on a panel. Nothing against females, but it's just like if you say the wrong thing, then you got forward go, wait, what did you say? And I'm like, okay, well, it's time to hit that dusty trail.
The truth is, Sod, you don't come on the channel because the first time you came on, I shut your rant down.
I was very sad. I was very distraught. I didn't know what to do with myself.
I'm like, no, Zod, no, this is not your channel. You're not ranting. And he went, okay.
I had a blast on your channel. It's just that you stream it, and I know this is weird coming from me, but you stream at very weird times, so it's hard for me to be able to because I'm working.
Yes. Well, you stream at really strange times for me, like 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning,
I know it's the only time I'm free. That's a big problem that I have when doing this, and to go with what Rob was saying with Tammy's situation, like I totally understand when you gotta work in the job and the kid, it gets tough. It's tough for us on this YouTube life.
Yeah. I mean, I work 39 and a half hours a week. I travel to and from work around about 2 hours a day. So I'm out of my house 11 and a half hours on average a day. And I still find time to do streams at least 3 times a week because I love it. That's why I do it. I love it. I enjoy it. It's my escapism.
Been streaming all my life in this YouTube creators paradise.
she's taking the piss out of what we were doing earlier on.
Well, Jenny, I got to say hi and goodbye because I got to get going. It's time. Just want to say good night to everyone. Thanks for being here. Hope I can stream Sunday, Saturday, maybe. I'll try. Anyway, I love you all. You guys take care and make sure you subscribe to Fanta, Hen, and Zod. Love you all, and anybody else out there. Make sure you check out Planet Q on Twitter. And I love you guys, and check out MMA King. He's got a good channel. I love you all. Be well, be safe.
Night. Take care. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Fantastic tonight. What a fantastic panel and chat. Seriously, very happy. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Girl, I'll miss you missing. Same thing with you, Cherry. All of you. I llove you all. Be safe, okay?
Love you, sis. Good night.
Yeah, Cherry's here.